40 SAMs fired by America, 12 SAMs fired by China. One might get through here.
Yeah.
Well, the rounds coming through from the guns. Oh my goodness gracious me. Hello, valued viewers. I hope you're all doing wonderfully well. It's a great time to be alive. Our friend CH just released a new version of his US assets pack in DCS. Hello, CH.
Hello.
Amongst the new assets, we now have the brand new US Constellation frigate, which is very exciting. And so, of course, we're going to have a battle with it. A nice, simple battle. The US get 4 Constellations. The Chinese get 4 equivalent frigates, the 054B. Each has an AWACS, and we press go and we see what happens. Usually we do these battles with 100 to 200 miles in between the ships. And that's because of certain restrictions on long-range weapons. But both of these frigates do not have such restrictions, so I thought it would be fun this time if they were set, if not at a very unrealistic 25 miles. So this time it's going to be nice, close, very punchy. Before we press go, we need to learn a bit about these ships. So first, CH, let's talk about Constellation. This is a brand new US ship. In fact, have any actually been built that you know of?
Yeah, I think they have one hull is, I think it's in the water, but nothing more than that.
Roger. Let's go straight on to weapons. So we have SM6 Block 1A, 8 of them. SM2 medium range Block 3C, 16 of them. ESSM Block 2, 16 of them. Interestingly, it's got RIM 116, a very old or a fairly old small weapon, 21 of them. TLAM, this is an interesting thing. It's the first time I've seen a TLAM. So that is a anti-ship Tomahawk Block 5, isn't it?
No, that's the Tomahawk land attack missile Block 5, but it's not the VA. The VA, as you will see then on the Flight 3, is the anti-ship version. This is the land attack cruise missile.
Ah, right. So the Block 5 is anti-land. The 5A is anti-ship.
Yeah.
Roger, was unaware of that. Well, it's still the first time we've seen this in DCS, but it looks like the next battle we'll do, we'll have to have the anti-ship version of it. Interestingly, Naval Strike anti-ship missile, 16 of them. So this is its anti-ship missile. Why Naval Strike missile? I actually thought this was European.
These are, as you know, the more stealthy ones. But since they decommissioned the harpoons, it looks like they have been thinking a lot about how to get some sort of anti-ship offensive weapons going again. I mean, since they had the SM6s with the second seek, which wasn't optimal for it, then they have the NSMs, which they have for a couple of types of ships, and now they also have the MST or the 5A, as we talked about, the LAM. So they might in the future get the LAR-SM in the VLS configuration, but that's nothing we have seen. They have done tests with it, but it's not set yet. So they have a lot of different things going on there.
Finally, Nulka countermeasures. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, you can see the launchers on the back there. I have, as usual, we can't simulate these perfectly, but I have them simulated as in the middle. Sorry, I should say in the middle. Yeah, exactly these. So they will take care of missiles when they get too close. A couple of them. It's the best thing we can do to simulate countermeasures for ships in DCS right now.
Roger, in real life, are they active countermeasures, like the kind of thing you would have on a tank that shoots
No. Think of it as like chaff.
Yeah, gotcha.
For ships.
Right, I'm going to test myself here. If I look at the 3D models, I'm going to guess that's a RIM 116. I'm going to guess that's an ESSM. I'm going to guess that's an SM2, that's an SM6, that's an NSM, and that's a TLAM. Have I got that right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
And as you can see on these versions, you will see then, because I have made different time era versions of the ships also. So this one, since this is the latest, it also has the latest and greatest missiles. The SM6 Block 1A is one of the latest SM6s. And the 2MR Block 3C actually has the active radar seeker, so that's the newest one.
Ooh.
And the ESSM Block 2 also have the active seeker. And as you mentioned, this is the RIM 116C. It's the latest version. So this is the CWIS for this ship, since it doesn't have phalanx. And then the latest Block 5 of the TLAM, and also the newest Naval Strike missiles. But so this one doesn't need any terminal guidance for semi-active missiles at all. So everything is fire and then it would take care of itself.
I wasn't aware of that, and that's very interesting. Regards to the ship, otherwise, my understanding is it's really there to be affordable as compared to other ships. I mean, Tycho, a modern Tycho is what, 3.5 billion? A modern Arleigh Burke's over 2.5 billion, and this is only just over 1 billion, so it's much cheaper than the other ships in service. Anything else about it before we move on?
We could mention that it's a very large frigate, like we see a lot of frigates now. It's around 500 feet, so it's almost just as big as the Arleigh Burke.
I forgot to mention 57mm gun on the front, which is actually really small. 57.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more 57s and 76 nowadays because we don't need them for shore bombardment like in the old days. So it's better to have them for anti-drone and so forth. You can load a much more ammunitions on these ones, and programmable ammunition.
Right, let's move on to the 054B. We've looked at this before, but just so the viewers know, we have a 100mm artillery gun, which may actually come into play today. We'll see. We have a massive Sea Whiz, the 11-barrel 30mm Chinese standard issue Sea Whiz, which is just nuts. That guy there. We have short range SAMs, HHQ-10, 24 of them, HHQ-16FE, longer range, 32 of them. The anti-ship element is a YJ-12. This is a Mach 4 capable supersonic anti-ship missile, very dangerous, and countermeasure launchers. Anything about the 54B before we move on?
No, they are very comparable, as you can see, with the loadouts. But the difference, as you mentioned, with anti-ship missile, which will come in play here, is the two different doctrines here, where these go for speed and the other ones go for stealth.
And onto the battle, CH. It's super simple. We'll press go and see what happens. At 25 miles, if you had to put money on it, who's going to win?
There are a lot of anti-ship missiles with NSMs, and they probably can't be spotted until they get pretty close. So I think the Americans will have the upper hand here.
Stand by. Unpause. Viewers, you can see the scoreboard at the top right. It'll be in small format today, but I'll try and read it out. Let's watch the Americans' brand new ship. Viewers, not even in service yet. Constellation class. Looks beautiful as ever. All right.
We could mention that this is based on the FREM.
Oh, is it really?
European, yeah, but based on the FREM. Then the Americans made a lot of changes to suit the American way of making things. And they are also made in America as per US law.
Oh, sorry, I've got to pause there because that's such a big thing you just said. A FREM? I thought FREM was a European standard.
Yeah. They won the procurement. Yeah, but as I said, there are a lot of it's. You can't hardly see it because they have made a lot of changes to it, and they are, of course, as I mentioned, built in the US. That's US law making.
Unaware, viewers. But anyway, off they go. What seems to have happened is the Chinese have. In fact, I don't really know what's happened. Let's go and have a look. Chinese have fired. There'll be lots of pausing, I think, today, viewers, because we can. It's going to be a short fight. So YJ-12s are out from the Chinese. I've put them close to each other, so we'll have to do a little bit of pausing. This can be fired high or low, and it's in low mode up to Mach 4, maybe not quite that fast down here. They've fired a barrage of them out, and as you can see, Constellation is now replying with probably, well, you can see at the top right, ESSM, SM2, SM6, and 116. Have we fired any naval strike missiles? Yes, we have. It's all come out in one big blur. The anti-shipping from the Constellations have come out. These are the equivalent. They're slow, subsonic, but they're stealthy. Let's see what happens. Are we going to interceptions straight away? Yes, we are. Ooh. 40 SAMs fired by America. 12 SAMs fired by China. One might get through here.
Yeah.
All the rounds coming through from the guns. Oh my goodness gracious me. Boom. Oh my goodness gracious me, we've had a hit, but we're still serviceable, so let's keep going. It's the problem about these fast load missiles. They're very hard to intercept, very hit and miss. It's just a different way of doing things. So we've got some damage on an American vessel, but we're still in service. Right, 22 anti-ship missiles fired by China and 12 SAMs, 4 anti-ship missiles fired by America and 85 SAMs. It's all defense from America and all offense from China at the moment. And the next bunch of YJ-12s are out. I apologise for my bad voice today, viewers, but we will see how far we can get. Look how wonderful that looks. In fact, we can probably see one set of ships from the other. If I look from the Constellations here, yes, I can.
Yes.
In real life, they'll be over the horizon. There they are. 27 anti-ships fired by China, 12 defensive missiles, 4 anti-ship missiles fired by America, and 105 SAMs, 28 SM2, 31 ESSM, 32 SM6, and 14 RIM 116. Naval strike missiles are getting nice and close now. Can China pick them up in time? 1 down, 2. What the hell was that? A meteorite just went by.
Yeah, HU-10.
Okay, they've all been taken down. And let's pause. Let's have a chat about how that can happen, viewers. Although they are stealthy, like LRASM, they're not invisible. Ships don't just have radars. They have electro-optical systems. They can see heat. They can see visually. So all of these things are detectable once they get close. That's just a thing. And we saw it right there. Right. More YJ-12s coming out. I think they had 8 per ship. So that's 32. All 32 are out in that case then. So these are the last ones. That's all the offense China has. So they've shot their load early as usual.
Yeah. And the Chinese ships also, for defense, actually have the dual CW system with both the 11 barrel gun and the missile system.
Now look also how they slide these missiles in round the flank. It could have some effect, especially if they sent them from different angles.
They're drifting.
They are 100% drifting. Boom! All right, all 32 aggressive anti-ship missiles fired by China. And China tends to do this in DCS. They tend to fire all their stuff to begin with and go for an early win. And they almost got that this time. One got through. But after that point, it becomes incumbent on the other side to start aggressing. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Costs so far to America, 313. I can't read that. What is that? A third of a million? No, a third of a billion. It's a third of a billion.
Yeah.
God, I can never do these numbers. They get so big. And 0.12 billion cost to China. Right, the next batch of naval strike missiles are going in. So now China has got to defend. They're using HHQ-10 and HHQ-16FE. 60 defensive missiles fired by China, 133 fired by America. Oh, this is a great looking battle, CH. I love a good. Both great frigates these are. More smashing in.
They haven't been close enough so that we have to see any tracers yet.
No, you're absolutely right. We just haven't got that far yet. We need to run them out with missiles at this point. And that's what we're going to do. Now, can you remember how many naval strike missiles each constellation has? It's loads.
16.
Wow, that's a lot. 16
it's 64.
64.
Yeah.
So China only has 32 aggressive anti-ship missiles. We have 64. I'm going to say we because I'm on the blue side today. But yeah, right. So it's really a case of attrition now, wearing them down. Now, what we're probably doing real life, viewers, is fire more at once than just salvos of 4. But again, we just don't have control of that, so it's fine. Don't worry, it'll have the same effect in the end. It will just be a little bit slower. Right, so far, 98 defensive missiles fired by China, 133 fired by America. So China have almost fired as many defensive missiles now. When will they run out is the question. Amazing. Why do they explode like that in midair? It's because they've cancelled viewers because, well, whatever reason, they've had to cancel the shot. Lost radar track, whatever. One might get through! It's gonna get through! Oh! That was probably within a mile, viewers. That shows the stealth, the use of the stealth, or should I say low observability? I don't know. Whatever the right word is nowadays. Getting closer. 140 defense missiles fired. I would not want to be Chinese right now. And demonetized. I love these naval battles, viewers. You literally never know what's going to happen. Every time you run them, because there's so many variables in here, every time you run them, you will get a different result, I swear. So me and CH, or CH and I, know as much as you at this point, viewers. 170.
We ought to see how much better 2 or 4 ships is than 1. It's not 2 ships, it's more than double the effect when you're trying to defend yourself.
You got it. Yeah, there's so much defense going on. Cost to China, nearly $250 million with a Bravo dollars, and America still $333 million. American stuff is just more expensive because it's just how it is, just life. Okay, they're really pumping it out now. They're stepping it up. Look,
that's interesting. Yeah.
Again, it's all controlled by the AI or the game brain. It's out of our hands, viewers. He does what he thinks is best at the time. 191 defensive missiles fired by China. Now, some clever sods can sit and work out when they're going to run out. Unfortunately, I'm not that clever, but they will run out.
It's an impressive amount of missiles in total that's been fired. I mean, with 8 frigates.
I mean, these are just impressive. Anyway, think how far naval warfare has moved from the 1980s when would have had a Ticonderoga would have had Sea Whiz.
Yeah.
Here we go. That means they're getting closer. That means one thing, viewers, they're getting closer. That's a really good Sea Whiz. That is debatably the best in the world. It's a really, really powerful weapon, but 11 barrels, 30 mil.
Yeah. Let's see if they shoot each other.
Yes, they did. Will happen actually.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, mama. China are getting desperate. Look at that. Let's go for an outside.
It still takes a second to reacquire a target, so
yeah. Nothing is perfect, viewers. That's fun.
That's a lot of steel.
There's a lot of steel. Oh, look, they just keep coming. Just keep coming.
Yeah.
I think they may have run out of missiles. They fired 224, or I suggest they're getting short of missiles.
And don't forget how fast you run out of ammo on the 11-barrel Sea Whiz.
Yeah, no Sea Whizzes have very much ammo. All Sea Whizzes have just a few bursts of ammo, viewers. They're really a last-ditch resort. They're not a primary weapon.
Since they are all firing, which is good at all missiles, but that also means they will run out faster.
Unfortunately, the stealth has no use against Sea Whiz, viewers. It can see it optically. What you need is a fast missile. You need a Chinese or a Russian weapon now, an Onyx or something. That will get through Sea Whiz. As you saw at the beginning of the match, could we have our first Chinese down? Boom! A thunking great warhead in the NSN. It's all kicking off now, viewers. We got one through. And it really is just luck if it gets through or not. Is a bullet or a shell.
One more.
Boom! Ooh! Yeah, right,
and you got a good spread there. Did you see that? They actually choose different targets.
We like that. Probably more luck than judgment. Bang, another.
Absolutely.
We have a win. We have a win. CH, they're out of ammo. Like I said, they have a few bursts from any Sea Whiz viewers, and then some poor sod's got to go and reload them.
Yeah. They really are for any straggler that you might have missed with all that. Yeah, not for these barrages.
Yeah, that is a 100% American win, I'm afraid, viewers. Oh my god, and they just keep coming.
As I said, the numbers, that will be an issue here, even if they are slower.
No, you called
numbers
it.
Game.
I would. I must admit, I would have guessed China. It's those YJs are just mean, but I was wrong.
Yeah, the Norwegians are happy. Sell a lot of missiles.
They would have sold a lot of missiles. Viewers, if you absolutely have to buy a modern frigate, I suggest Constellation, which most of you are American according to the analytics, and that is what you've bought. So I guess everything worked out well. Total cost, well, I don't know yet because the ships are still dying, but we'll see. Bang. Bang. And, of course, Monsoir cannot escape.
Oh, they are going. Really did
wow. Total cost.
Well this time.
He did really well. I love it how that works. Probably, again, probably more luck than judgment, viewers. That is a total cost to China of 1.65 billion equivalent US dollars. That is some price tag. America, the cost was still high and they didn't lose anyone. They lost a few sailors, virtual sailors, but nothing else. And it was 0.42 billion. So still a very high cost to do that. Viewers, that was a brilliant, brilliant battle. CH, anything from y'all?
No.
Bye-bye.